Hey boss, thanks for joining me today. I am going to be talking about the power of having emotional intelligence. So, like it or not, the ability to understand and manage impacts your ability to lead. And in fact, there's research out there that has suggests that 73% of a person's ability to succeed is directly related to their understanding of emotional intelligence. And so, to put this into perspective for you, let's just say that you're having a meeting and your VP of sales suddenly gets frustrated. He throws a piece of paper up in the air and just storms out of the meeting. This is somebody who has low emotional intelligence. And in contrast, you've got your VP of operations who happens to be in the same meeting, who is basically watching this happen, and he empathizes with your VP of sales. And he is really seeking to understand why the VP of sales is frustrated. And this is the difference between a person who has low emotional intelligence and a person who has high emotional intelligence. Hey, I'm Dr. Heather Williamson with the Transformation Group, and welcome back to the channel. Hey, feel free to share this video if you know of somebody who is also struggling with emotional intelligence and wants to learn more. So Travis Bradberry, he wrote a book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0, and he says that there are 4 domains to emotional intelligence, and there's 2 competencies. And so the 2 competencies are personal competence and social competence. So under personal competence, say this like 5 times fast, there is the 2 domains are self-awareness and self-management. So when it comes to self-awareness, it's your ability to recognize and understand your behaviors that are really, if you think about it, it's those moods, those drives, those emotions, and how they affect others. So it's your emotional self-awareness. And then self-management is your ability to control and redirect those disruptive moods and behaviors that are going to be, in the end, passing judgment. So it's really thinking before acting. And it's interesting that thinking before acting is a concept here, because my son takes Taekwondo. He's a 2nd degree black belt. I'm so proud of him. And this is Grandmaster Dong's motto in his whole program, is thinking before acting. So when it comes to self-management, this is a key concept as well. Now, the second competence, remember we had mentioned about social awareness or social competence. And so the domain under that is social awareness. So when it comes to social awareness, think about this in the concept of empathy. So you are actually, it's your ability to recognize and understand the emotional responses of others. And then actually, once you understand that, it's how your words and actions are impacting them. And when it comes to relationship management, these are those social skills that are so important when in a work environment and honestly in life. So the relationship management is really your ability to influence those desirable responses in others. It's getting them to, respond in a way that you want. So just to recap real quick, under personal competence, you've got self-awareness and self-management. And under social competence, you've got social awareness and relationship management. Now, the thing to remember here is that when we are talking about social skills, it's all those social skills that are really needed in any kind of a leader or any kind of a manager or supervisor. It is so important because these are some key areas that they have to be really good at. And the first is influencing others, because basically you are wanting to influence your coworkers, your direct reports, your supervisors if you have them, it's influencing others. The second is communication, because if you are high in this emotional intelligence, you are wanting to be able to listen with an open mind and then communicate that message that is going to get the positive result that you're wanting. The third area is conflict management. So it's your ability, if you have high emotional intelligence, to negotiate and resolve disagreements. And then another area is just leadership. You want to influence others, right? And then another is collaboration. So collaboration is getting the everybody on board to achieve those shared results, those the shared goals that you're wanting. And then lastly is promoting change. So when it comes to promoting change, it's being able to initiate and manage change, because change is going to happen whether we like it or not. And so somebody who has high emotional intelligence needs to be able to, has that skill to be able to do it. So I want to also share with you a case study, and I'm going to read this. And so the case study is actually in reference to a trucking company. And a trucking company operating in the United States and Canada that has 379 terminals and more than 26,000 employees. They conducted experiments using emotional intelligence to improve safety issues. Their experiments were conducted over a 3-year period of time, and their experiments achieved the following outcomes. Financial savings of $6 million. Also, they decreased the number of injuries by 43% annually, and they decreased the number of accidents by 41% annually. So the organization's president, the trucking company's president, said, "We are convinced we need to be developing leaders at every level of the organization. That is what we're doing with emotional intelligence. We do not just develop leaders in the senior management team, but at every level." And and so what happened is this trucking company really changed their culture. And so the specific goals that they really focused on were increasing leaders' self-awareness and emotional intelligence, support and encouraged existing leaders to develop leaders at every level. They also developed the capabilities necessary for the leadership team to achieve breakthrough performance, and they broaden all contributors' understanding of the issues critical for long-term economic performance. So that was a case study on a trucking company that actually changed their culture and really focused on developing their leaders in the areas of emotional intelligence. And so one other thing I wanted to share with you is that Talent Smart, which is founded by Travis Bradberry, he examined emotional intelligence with 33 other key workplace skills and found that emotional intelligence was the strongest predictor of performance and explained 58% of job success. So I wanted to let you know that I'm going to put in the comment section or in the description the link to his book at Amazon, Emotional Intelligence 2.0, and Daniel Goleman's book, which is Working with Emotional Intelligence. So I'll put the links for those 2 books in the description. So if you're interested in checking out and learning more about emotional intelligence, feel free. Also, I'm going to put a link to my website because I have an assessment on emotional intelligence that you might be interested in checking out as well if you're interested in that. And let's see, I think that was it. So don't forget to subscribe, actually, so you never miss any of my brand new videos that are focusing on leadership. And you can also hit the notification button that looks like a bell. Leave a comment if you want. I will always respond. And until next time, go out and be that boss that your employees want to work for. Bye.